Good day, guys. Welcome back to this channel. So now let's take a look at GBPJPY for this week. So before we get started, if you've not subscribed, please click on that subscribe button. I need you to subscribe, like, and also make your comments. I would love to watch out for it. So if you take a look at this GBPJPY, you see, I think it was about last week or last 2 weeks ago. I think last week or last 3 weeks. I think it is last week. Last week, I told you guys that this GBP JPY, we are actually on a bearish move, right? I told you guys that we can consider this as a drop. We would now take this as a correction. Here again, a new drop would be made, right? I told you guys that this would now be a correction. That once the correction, we should be very, very careful of this uptrend move, that a drop will be coming anytime soon. And guess what? We started having this drop. I think 2, 3, 4, 5. The week that just finished, we actually opened and closed bearish. I told you guys, right, that you should be very, very careful that a drop will be happening anytime soon. So we've actually added the drop. Now I'm going to analyze this time frame, this chart, this currency from the higher time frame, which is the monthly time frame, and I'll tell you why we'll be taking such trade. So let's see what this monthly time frame says. So let's see, this movement itself started it started 2019. This movement, this bullish move started at 2019. We're having a bullish move, right? We can see the higher highs, we can see the higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Secondly, is that I've included this moving average, which is 10-period moving average. I use it a lot, right? Which is to actually guide us on the trend and the movement of this movement, right? For this, right? We all know that once this price is above this 10-period moving average, then there's only one movement we all should be watching out for, which is to actually go long. We have to buy, but once it is below it, we have to sell. But clearly, we can see that this since since 2019, price has been giving us that bullish move, broken above our moving average, and it is above our moving average. So that is to tell you that for the monthly time frame we are on bearish. But when you now take a look at it as this recent movement, you can consider this as a pullback if you want. I don't know. You can consider it as a drop, right? Continuous, like call it continuous ranging markets move. Anywhere you want to see it, though we would go to daily time frame to analyze it better. So we will see this as a drop. So this is the month of November, right? We actually opened and closed bearish for the month of November. Our GBP to JPY dropped. One of the reasons why we actually added that bearish move is that JPY, will I say JPY index or JPYPS, has been giving us that bullish move. Once we are having this bearish move on USD index, then our JPY index started dropping, pushing up. If you analyze this, both of them, the USD index and JPY index, you see that as this USD index has been dropping, giving us the bearish move, we are having a bullish move on JPY index. So now back to this movement, right? GBPJPY, for the month of November, we opened and closed bearish. Now this is the month of December, right? So price has gone about 0.75% bearish move. We've gotten about 0.75% bearish move, and I can assure you that this price will still drop further down. So this GBPJPY still expects a bearish move. So this is the level we would be watching out for. This level here that we've highlighted, these lows, right? Guys, watch out for it. So currently GBPJPY is trading at a level of 65. So we would want to see this GBPJPY at least drop to a level of 160. So you can see the price is trading at 165. If it sits now 165.066, so we would want to see this price drops to a level of, by the time this month end, though I'm talking about the monthly time frame, so by the time this month end, we will be expecting it to get to a level of 1.60.020. So GBPJPY for this month, we'll be expecting a bearish move. So when you take a look at this weekly time frame, you see that one of the reasons why I highlighted this level, right? You see that price has actually been reacting here. You see that price reacted here, rejection here, price came to this same level. I think twice, 3 times, rejected here, price rejected. We also saw price actually reject on this level, right? So this is one of the reasons why I highlighted this level up and down as our resistance and support. So you would know that once this price comes to the resistance level, you will see it drop to the support level. Once it comes to the resistance level, you will see it drop to the support level. So you can also consider this as a false breakout. That is if you want. So it is up to you to actually consider such a movement. I'm not the one. So if you want to see it as a first breakout, it is still legitimate, no problem about that. But now let's see this movement from here. Now that this price is around this resistance level, what do we expect it to move? We expect it to actually drop down to this support level. So this is one of the reasons why I said, since we are trading at 165 for the month, by the time this month end, we expect this GBP JPY drop to a level of 160. We should be at a level of 160. Maybe then after it has dropped to a level of 160, then we should now expect a bullish move on this GBP JPY. Above all that, so that is it on GBP JPY. Now take a look at this moving average. You can see that this price has now dropped and it has broken below our 10 period moving average. So that is to tell you itself that you should consider to short this, especially if you are in a position trader. You want to trade in a month, 2 months time, you want to grab it in a month, 2 months times, or if you're a swing trader, if you want to grab it in a week, in weeks time, you should consider to short this movement. So once this price has broken below this 10 period moving average, especially on the weekly time frame, you should be very, very watchful. So that is it on GBPJPY. One of the reason why I'm still speculating a bearish move. So now take a look at this GBPJPY. You can take a look at this as a drop. You would now consider this as a pullback on GBPJPY. Now we will be expecting a new drop. So this new drop, we're expecting to break this previous lows. So we will consider this as a lower highs. A new lows is forming, which will actually break this previous low. So we are to break these lows this week. So hopefully we break these lows this week. So watch out for GBPJPY. And if you are not able to break it, at least you should be able to tap it, which will give us a level of 163. Like I said, we are trading at 165. So from here to this level of 163, that is about 180 pips. So if you can grab about 200 pips this week, let's see from the week that just finished, right? We actually went bearish and we had about 270 pips, right? The week that just finished, we had about 270 pips bearish move on GBPJPY. So this week, we should be expecting at least 200 pips, at least a minimum of 200 pips, or a minimum of 180 pips. So we should watch out from a bearish move of 180 to 200 pips for this week. So GBP JPY, we expect this bearish move to be made that we break this previous low. So on the weekly time frame, we are still expecting a bearish move. Notice on the monthly time frame, I told you guys we are expecting a drop. Now this is the weekly time frame. We are expecting a drop on this GBP JPY. Above all, by the time this month end, we should be able to take out a level of 160. So that is when the month end. But for this week that we are predicting for, let us see, get to a level of 163 and possibly break below it. So that would now take us to the daily time frame. So when you take a look at this daily time frame on GBPJPY, you can clearly see that this is a bearish move. You will take a look at this as a lower lows. You will now see that this as a lower highs, right? Price drops further down, lower lows, broke this previous lows, right? So a lower highs has been made, which broke above our moving average a little bit though. Now price has corrected itself. You see, it is below the 10 period moving average now. We saw this price drops like this. Of course, we know it's not a must this price just give us that drop massively and drop, right? At least we should see something like a drop, a correction, which actually makes sense, that tap the moving average. Now a new drop is forming. So I think within Monday, Tuesday, we should be able to hit a level of 163. So from here to this level of 160, that is about 200 pips. Like I told you guys, possibly we possibly might break this level of 163, right? Where price give us a pullback from this level, price give us a pullback, we possibly might break this level. And if not, we should be able to tap this level. So watch out for a level of 163. So from this current price movement, which is 165, if you have to sell it straight to 163, we should be grabbing 200 pips, which is still not bad. So this GBPJPY on the daily time frame also, we are speculating a bearish move. Notice monthly time frame, we are expecting a bearish move. Weekly time frame, we are also expecting to sell. We are expecting a bearish move. We are expecting this week that we are predicting for GBPJPY close bearish. Now this daily time frame, we are also expecting a bearish move. Now let's see what this 4-hour time frame says to place this trade. I do place this trade on the 4-hour time frame. What is the trend for the 4-hour time frame? Clearly, you can see this trend. You clearly, if you are a beginner trader, you will know that this is actually a drop, bearish move. You can see lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So let's start this movement from here. So I'll start this as a lower lows. I will take this as a lower highs, you see, right? Lower new lows, right? lower highs, of course, we expect that. A new lows that broke this previous lows. You notice that this lows here broke this previous lows, right? Now a new lows has been made that broke this previous lows. Now a lower highs. So expect after this lower highs, what do you expect? Another drop. So I mean, it's not of a surprise why we are having this huge candlestick week here. Price has rejected now. Price has now opened a new bar which has gone red. So we expect this GBPJPY to actually just further to be able to take these lows, right? So we are expecting these lows to be broken by within Monday, Tuesday, or maximum Wednesday. By Wednesday, we should be able to hit this level of 163 that we are talking about. Once this price can drop to a level of 163, then we expect a pullback to be made, right? Once the pullback has been made, then possibly by the upper week, the next upper week, we should expect this continuous bearish move on GBP/JPY. But first of all, the first target or first objective that needs to be met on GBP/JPY is to get to a level of 163. Then we can now consider a pullback and we would continue our GBP/JPY. So this week for GBP/JPY, we are expecting a bearish move.